Good evening, ladies and gents. How you all doing? It's BK in the Xbox Beer and Kebab, the racing guru. Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all are doing fine this fine bank holiday weekend here in the UK. We got some racing coming at you tonight, ladies and gents. We've got esports action from the World Racing Series Trophy competition. This is for academy teams. It's a 5v5v5 competition. As my headset's just turned itself off. There we go. It's a 5v5v5 competition featuring academy drivers from 3 teams. The teams tonight on display, of course, our very own TIR, Total Impact Racing. We also have LR and WRL, Wheel Spin Racing League. And we're just waiting for the guys to join the lobby, but I hope you're all doing well. 2 teams are actually in the lobby. We've got the TIR drivers are in there, and also the WRL drivers are in there, but we're still waiting for, I think it's League Racing, they call themselves, LR, to turn up. We haven't seen them yet. I believe Badger is badgering their team boss to find out where they are, because we should have started 3 minutes ago. But stick with us, because we're going to, I'm just going to wait until I see if I get a heads up from the organisers that we're ready to go. Yeah, still wait. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some league tables going into this tournament. I don't normally stream this tournament on a Friday night. Normally it's O. Olban who provides the TIR stream, but he's actually away on a well-deserved holiday at the moment. So you've got to make do with me, the fat man. I'm back again. But good evening, Pumpy. How you doing? Dizzy Barracuda, good to see you, man. TIR Dizzy, of course, the main team captain. Good to see you. A couple of new follows. I'm going to give a quick couple of shout-outs to Crash, Mike, and Pico Loco 40. Thank you for the follows, gentlemen. I hope you're doing very, very well. In fact, I think Pico Loco is one of the WRL drivers. So go well tonight. Wish you the best of luck in the race. But I'm just checking to see if we've got any heads up on these guys. Still no news yet. So what I'm doing, let's get some league tables up and show you what's going on with this particular tournament. Okie dokie, why is it on that screen? Let me just change screens real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the league tables up for you. That's where we're going into. These have been supplied by the owners, so it's going to be all right. Of course it is. Of course it is. Let me just change a screen real quick before I go any further. Give me 2 seconds, because I've got the wrong screen being displayed in the back. And that's not that one. It's not that one. So it's got to be that one. There we go. Perfect. So, Bunga are leading the way currently on 132 points. Team AEM, the Artemis team, on 123. FGE on 105. And then TIR on 101 in this third round of this tournament. We are at Jeddah. Our rivals are down currently in 8th and 12th in this particular tournament. So we're hoping for a good show tonight from TIR. But we're still waiting. If you can see me on the mini screen. I don't know if you can still see. We're still waiting for a team. LR League Racing have yet to show up, and I'm waiting to see what happens, because surely they're going to be forfeiting their right to race, I would think, looking at this. But I could be wrong. Hey, this isn't my tournament, dude. So I don't know how they're going to play this. But that's the league tables anyway, going into tonight's competition. So of course there are 3 other groups happening tonight. I think Sato is streaming one. I think Bourbon Boy might be streaming another lobby as well. But it's done on a round robin basis. It's team v teams. It's 3 teams in one lobby, and it's short quality, 50%, 5 drivers on each lobby. For each team, I should say. So that is the format for tonight. So there we go. That's about it. And I'm waiting. Still see it. I think they're readying up. So I think LR have been binned. I think they've been binned. Let's head back to the command centre. Yeah, I think they've been binned from the competition. So I'm just going to wait for the game to load up, and then we'll go and take a look. Wow. Dizzy Barracuda comes in with the 5 gifted subs. What a fantastic start to the stream. Thank you so much, Dizzy. Double thumbs up from the Racing Guru. He says, happy late birthday subs, man. That is so incredibly generous, Diz. I greatly appreciate that, dude. And guys, if you're watching or if you tune into the stream later on, please say thank you to Dizzy for those very generous gift of subscriptions. Lucky recipients: Creamy, Toxic, Max, Skeefy, and Rapid Jack. Thank you so much again, brother. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate, dude. Woo! What a good start to the stream. But as I say, we're going to be going live to the Jeddah Corniche circuits for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and I believe there's only 2 teams. We're one of them, which is good news. So it's going to be hopefully easy points tonight, all going well. Let's go trackside and take a look at tonight's runners and riders. Oh, what the heck? Let me change screens here. Oh, Streamlabs has done an update. That's what it is. Don't you just love Streamlabs, ladies and gentlemen? Don't you just love Streamlabs? Let me just change something real quick, because I'm on completely the wrong screen. There we go. Job done. Magic. Okay. So the 2 teams actually in the lobby. We have TIR in white, and then we have WRL in the, well, I mean, what colour is that? It's olive green? Snot green? I think it's olive. We're going to be nice. We're going to be nice. I think it's an olive green we're going to go for there. So the TIR drivers are the Mighty Codzilla, JD Apex, Skull Sniper, Brutal, and Danny 91. Representing WRL tonight, we have Linden Beast, Hammy is Best, CSKL 23, Pico Loco, and JD Racer 97. So those are the drivers for tonight. What we're going to do is get some telemetry up. We'll get SimHub up. I don't think the guys know about putting their telemetries on, so there'll be limited telemetry. But let's see what we've got anyway. Let's just get SimHub launched. Do you know what, right? They've updated Streamlabs today, and I don't like this new layout at all. It looks horrible. Wow, I'm going to have to get used to this. Okay. So, it's a mould green car on track first. Let's go and find out who it is. In fact, it is Hammy is Best is our first car on circuit. I'll have a quick audio check. How are we sounding, guys? It sounds really quiet at my end. But let's turn it up a little bit anyway. There we go. Butters! How you doing, man? Good to see you, mate. I hope you're doing well. Jeddah, of course, technically a street circuit. It's the fastest street circuit on the calendar, that's for sure. 27 corners around this 3.826 mile circuit, with a nice hairpin there at turn 27 that Hammy's just going through. It's a very technically demanding track. But let's just jump on board there at Hammy, who's about to start his first flying run. And here we go, making his way down towards turn number 1 and 2, the first chicane of many tucks the car in turn 1, turn 2 in the yellow and olive green livery, in through turn number 3, making his way for this short run now to another left-right combination. You can be quite aggressive though on the curbs around Jeddah. It's one of those ones where certain corners you can almost cut across them. But it is a fast circuit. If you can get into a zone, it's a lovely circuit. As he comes out of turn 12 now, moving his way up towards the horseshoe, the loop at turn 13. Let's see how he gets along. 313 he goes. Down through turn 14 into the second S's. How are we sounding now, Diz? DRS is now activated. There we go. DRS pops up. It's full beans now until we get to this very, very tricky right-left combination, which denotes the start of Sector 3. We'll just throw it around here. That's a nice line. We've had to just lift off a little bit there, but now it's a full run all the way down through 25 and 26. He's in 8th gear early. I wonder if there's a bit of a short shift there. DRS is open. He's got some traffic behind him. And makes his way down towards the hairpin at turn 27. Let's see how he takes this corner, and nicely smooth through there. Back on the power again. DRS is activated, but in fact he's bailing out. He's coming straight into the pits. Okay, interesting. Brutal sets a 28.4 on his first run. Here comes Skull Sniper on his lead lap. And it's an exploratory lap, an installation lap 32.094. Who've we got on flies at the moment? Lyndon has invalidated his particular run. Pico Loco in Sector 2. Danny is about to come through. He's just come through the final hairpin. Let's see how he gets on his first run. 129.416. That puts him into P2. JD Racer is also on a push lap for WRL, making his way down towards turn at 27. Just throw the car in, probably run it in 3rd or 4th gear. 3rd gear, just a slight hesitance says he came into the corner, but he's back on the power again, nicely through the corner. Let's see how he gets on his first run, and it is a 1:30.511. That puts him up into P3. We've got JD Apex and Pico Loco. Pico Loco has just purpled Sector 2, so he is on a hot lap at the moment, making his way down through this double left of turns 25 and 26. Full beans here, up over 200 miles an hour as he makes his way into the hairpin, rolls it in 3rd gear to get the rotation. Quick short shift to 4th to get the traction. Back on the power as he makes his way up towards the start-finish line, and it's a 1:29.998 from Pico Loco, puts him up into P3. Tidy lap indeed there from the WRL driver. JD Racer has dropped it right here. There's his. I don't know if you saw his car. I'm sure he just dropped it right. No, in fact, he's dropped it at turn 12. My bad. JD's getting a bit of a tow here up on the TIR drivers. Looks like a bit of a planned move there as JD fights his way through the right-left combination. Back on the power again. DRS is about to reactivate. There we go. And let's have a look at top speed. We saw 202 miles an hour for Pico Loco. What has JD got in the tank? He's flatlining at 200. Just made 202 miles an hour before he had to brake heavily for the hairpin. He's back on the power again, making his way now towards the start-finish line to complete his first run. And it is a 1:29.531, which puts him into P3 there. Codzilla, the mighty Codzilla, is on a push lap. Okay, Disney, yeah, sounds good. Right, lovely. Disney did a 28.1 in qualifying around here, hoping for Brutal to get close to that. But it's on a 28.469, so he's not too far off. Not too far off, mate. Batters. So yeah, I'm good, man. Just chomping at the bit to be racing again, but been working some hours, so should be able to race at Imola next Wednesday or Thursday. It's good to hear, mate. Of course, that's for TIR. Batters, of course, reserve drive for Division 3 and Division 2 in TIR, so it'll be good to see you back on track, Batters. As Codzilla makes his way nicely out of the hairpin, back on the power on his first run. And what has he got? It's a 1:30.463 from Codzilla. That puts him up into P5. Okay, I think we've got CSKL 23 on an outlap at the moment, so we'll just flip back onto the broadcast cam for the moment as he preps for his first push lap. Now let's jump on board. And there he goes, making his way in towards turn 1. Nicely done through there, in through turn 2, up to turn 3. Into the just approaching the first series of S corners, very, very tricky. 3, 5 and 6. but looking tidy so far. A lot of directional changes though, so it is easy to lose the back end. We've seen, of course, over the previous streams I've done of Jeddah, we've seen a lot of cars struggling through that particular section there. Very easy to lose the back end, and where it's a street circuit, of course, with very unforgiving barriers, if you lose the back end and hit the barrier, that's it, game over. Pack your bags and go home. It's nicely done so far from CSKL 23. It's looking a pretty tiny lap actually. You need to see the Sector 2 split, but looks a pretty tiny lap indeed. DRS opens up. Just waiting for a Sector 2 split. And that is tidy, a 101.605, and in fact is a purple for Sector 2. Gets close to the wall, really pushing this car to the limits now as he makes his way down towards the hairpin at turn number 27. Top lining there, around about 200 miles an hour. Throws the car in third gear, rolls it, gets on the power quickly on the exit. That's very nicely done. And this looks like it could be possibly challenging Brutal here. Very good lap. Just outside to 129.362, but goes P2. Brutal at the moment is a second clear of the rest of the pack, that 28.469. Hammy is on the push lap at the moment, just coming through. It's just invalidated. That seemed a bit harsh. That did seem very harsh, but he's had to back off. I'm trying to see who else is on track at the moment. Linden is about to start another push lap. So we'll jump on board with Linden and see how he gets on. As he starts his next flying lap into turn 1. All look nicely done through turn 2, looking smooth for that first tricky chicane. Making his way out of 3 down towards turns 4 and 5. Tricky left-right combination, catches a lot of... Oh, he's not struck the back end. This is what I was talking about, the infield S's. It's so easy to lose that back end. He's actually done very well to keep that out of the wall. But he's going to have to do a quick 3.2. He's got some traffic coming up on him. Needs to let that go through. That's nicely done. Good to see. Didn't just plant it back on the track. In fact, that was Danny. He was on a push lap, so we'll jump on board with Danny. Currently in P3, 29.416 in his first run, so he's going again. Bader says, how is Brutal not in a high tier in TIR? It's because the divisions, man, they're just so competitive. Do you know what I mean? And I tell you what, mate, I was the last round of races that we've done this week around Australia. Do you know what, mate? The top 4 divisions were so close in qualifying. It was so close. It really was. Ginge, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. You need to change that Twitch name. It's old. You know what I mean? But yeah, Bader's Brutal is a very good driver. We're very pleased, very proud to have him on the team. As Danny makes his way into the final sector, back on the power. This looks pretty tidy again. Are we going to see possibly a low 29 here from Danny? And it is a 29 flat. Puts him into P2. That's a mighty lap. JD's in sector 1. Loco has invalidated. We've got Hammy on his way in. Linden about to complete a lap as well. Or is he? No, it's just an installation lap. He's going to start a push lap now, so we'll just go a bit further up the field. Loco's invalidated. Godzilla has just started his lap going through turn 2, so I think JD could be our lead car. Just coming into turn 13 now in the loop. Getting back on the power. DRS zone activating shortly. Let's see how JD gets on. Oh, bit of a rub against the wall there, and he's lost a bit of time. Is he going to keep pushing? I think he's still going to push. No damage reported. It did give the wall a bit of a slap there. Makes his way down through turns 21 and 22. As I mentioned, you can be quite aggressive there through the curbs. Certain curbs you can't. Certain curbs it seems to be you get some really harsh invalidations. You get curbs like that, you can absolutely power through. But let's have a little look as he comes around into the hairpin. Again, this looks a pretty quick lap. I think he's going to be improving here. Possibly could be close to CSKL 23. Let's have a little look. It's a 129.255. Yes, he jumps CSKL by a 10th and goes into P3. Godzilla, I think, and Linden are on push laps at the moment. Cod's just coming to the hairpin. I think Linden's just behind him, so we'll stay with Cod. Did a 30.463 in his first run. He'll be looking to try and improve that. But in fact, he's coming into the pits, he's bailing out. So we'll jump on board in Linden, who is on his first genuine push lap. And this also looks a pretty tiny lap actually from Linden. Comes through the 30.6785, goes into P8. Skull Sniper, he was down at his sector 1 split. As Brutal goes quicker again with a 128.245, extending his advantage at the top. 8/10 clear. Wow, what a lap from Brutal. Absolutely on it. Okay, what can Skull do? This is the second run. If Danny's retired, that's unusual. Unless he feels he genuinely can't go any faster. Still got another set of tyres he could use. He has retired from the session as Skull comes into the pit, so he's going to put a fresh set of tyres on and go again. Right, so I think we've got guys on in-laps at the moment. JD's an in-lap, Brutal's an in-lap. They've got time, I think, just about to come in and get a new set of tyres on and do a third run. So it's going to be a little bit quiet for the next minute or so on track until the guys come out for their final run. But so far, TIR 1, 2 and 3 in queue. WRL's quickest drivers so far, CSKL 23 and Pico Loco with Codzilla in 6. Of course, we were expecting 3 teams, but the third team have no showed. And I'm trying to think of them. I think, is it the top 12 score points? I'm just going to have a look in the WRS server to give you an idea, ladies and gentlemen, of the points scoring system. I'm not entirely sure. So let me have a little look here, see if I can find some information for you. I'm going to have a little look. Okay, so they're actually using the old, well, the proper F1 point scoring system, I believe. Yep, so it's 25 for the win, 18 for P2, 15 for P3, all the way down to 1 point for P10. There's 1 point for fastest lap and 3 bonus points for pole position. So that is the point scoring system for this particular tournament. So it's a standard F1 scoring system in the race itself, and then the bonus for fastest lap, and the 3 points for pole position. So as it stands at the moment, Brutal's looking quite good for pole, but it's not a done deal for sure. Hammy is just starting a push lap, so we'll stay with Hammy. Where is everyone tonight? Jesus, it's 2 nights in a row. Very few people tuning in. What is going on? What is going on? Come on, get on the phone. Tell your mum, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin's aunt's favourite chicken. Get them tuning in. Get them watching. Just watching Hammy coming through the loop at turn 13 on his final run. What's he got in the tank? He hasn't set a representative lap yet, so this is his last chance to put a lap together. We're going to jump on board as he makes his way through sector 2 in towards turns 18 and turn 19. Let's jump on board. We'll keep an eye as he comes into the hairpin. You're looking at about a 121 to be challenging pole. 120, 121. So that's what we're looking at here as he's making his way down now. Just under 200 MPH into the final corner, and I think he's backed off. He's going to go again. I think he's going to have one last go. He is indeed. Skull Sniper is on a push lap. Trying to work out who my lead car is at the moment. I think it's one of the TIR drivers. Yeah, I think it's Skull. Oh, he's just clapped the wall. Lost a lot of time. How did he not invalidate there? Wow. He was a lot quicker in sector 1 from what I can see. He's now getting a nice tow off one of the TIR drivers just in front of him. As he comes into the left-right combination and takes that quite smoothly. Ooh. I thought he'd lost. Do you know what? Just for a second, I thought he was about to lose the back end, but no, it's all looking good. DRS is open. You know, it's the final big push down towards the final corner, turn 27. It's looking fairly tidy here. Oh, didn't quite get the apex back on the power. I think he's improving though, that's for sure. Could be challenging Cod here possibly. Let's have a little crosses the line, and there's a yay, clears Cod, a 1:30.313. So that puts Skull Sniper up into P6 in qualifying. Linden, it's just in through sector 2. Pico Loco, the 1:29.136 goes P3. CSKL is about to come through, I believe. And I think that's just, he's now starting the push lap. Okay. Right, Linden, the beast, is back, so I think he's waiting for one of the drivers to get a tow. Oh, he was loitering on the racing line a bit there. If anyone wants to clip that, he was just loitering. Shouldn't really have been there on track, should have been well out of the way. As Cod's just getting a bit of a tow there off his teammate. That's Hammy's qualifying done. 1:34.020 was the best he could manage. Cod is setting a personal best in sector 2. And gets back on the power again. What does Cod? I think Cod could be, again, he could be improving here. Yeah, 1:30 flat. He stays in P6, but a tidy improvement. JD Apex is on a push lap. Loco is, I'm not sure if he's on a push lap or not, but let's have a look at JD. He's found 3/10. JD could be into the 28s here. This is a mighty lap he's putting together. Let's have a quick little look at the timing screens. I don't think he's going to challenge Brutal, but he could be in the 28s. Yeah, 28.887 for JD Apex goes P2. Great qualifying there. Pico Loco, I think, has backed out CSKL. He has also backed out as well, so I think we could be done in qualifying. Yeah, I think we're done. Yeah, that's qualifying done, ladies and gentlemen. So Brutal then takes pole. That didn't even need to do a third run. That 1:28.245. Pole by some distance, 0.6 of a second from his teammate JD Apex in 2. Danny in 3. Then we've got Pico Loco from WRL in 4. So so far so good. So that's 3 bonus points for TIR on the board, which is always good to see. But now it's the main event. Now it's time for the race itself. And if you know anything about Jeddah, it's a tough circuit, very, very unforgiving. But let's just take a quick photograph of that just in case the lobby falls over for whatever reason. But confirmation there, Brutal takes pole position with the 28.245, JD Apex P2, the 28.887. Then we have Danny in P3 for TIR, Pico Loco for WRL in P4. Then in P5s and 6 we have CSKL representing WRL, Codzilla from TIR. Then we have Skulls Sniper from TIR, Jeddy Racer from WRL, and then backed up with the Linden Beast and Hammy is Best also representing WRL. So no third team tonight. They no showed. So stuff them. Stuff them, basically. But I think we'll have a quick break for a minute or two before the guys prep up. Codzilla is the lobby host, so he will press the button when they're ready to go. So I think what we'll do now, we'll head back to the command centre. Alrighty. In fact, I'm just going to get the league tables up again just to give you a reminder of what's been going on in this tournament so far. Okay, going to the tournament then. So we have 2 rounds first. We've had Kota and we've had Miami. So we've had the American races, races 1 and 2. BRT, that's Bunga Racing Team leading the way on 132 points, followed by AM on 123 points. FG on 105, followed closely by TIR on 101. The top 4 already quite some way ahead of the rest. Bit of a gap. There's like a 40-point gap all the way back to IXI and P5, who themselves have a comfortable cushion over the rest, which is headed by ERC in P6 in the championship. But I think we're about to go back racing, ladies and gentlemen. That was quick. No messing around with these boys. Let's do this. Okay, let's get some telemetry for you at home. There we go. So a quick look at the tyre strats as well. So it looks like we've got some mixed strategies from TIR. By the looks at all the WRL drivers on the medium compound tyres. But we do have a mixed strat from TIR. Brutal and JD Apex for the medium tyres. But Danny and Skull Sniper are both starting on the hards, with Godzilla starting on the medium tyres as well. So it's going to be interesting to see if Danny, for example, can get those hard tyres lit up early doors. Or is he going to be treated as the backstop? He's going to have to be careful, though, because Loco and CSKL will be starting on those potentially quicker heating medium tyres, which are going to provide a little bit more grip at the start of the race. So certainly for WRL, I think Loco and CSKL will be looking to try and get a move done on Danny early doors in the first corner, possibly on the run to turn 1, if they can get off the line quick enough and sort of get that wedge, get that wedge in the door. Dizzy says, if as long as there's no safety cars, hard mediums is the better strat. To be honest, mate, I tend to agree with you actually on most circuits now, given the fact that there is a game bug, for want of a better word, that you can only use one set of mediums actually in the race. There's only one set of medium tyres available to you. I would say the hards, it's always wise to start on the hards if you can make them work. Because you then, for a lot of the tracks, you have the option to go onto the softs as opposed to the mediums if you can maintain and look after those hard tyres. They do go deep. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. But of course, safety cars, as we know and love, can change all of that in a hurry. And Jeddah has got a high percentage rate of safety cars. There's more chance of seeing a safety car here than most tracks, just given the nature of how unforgiving it is with those concrete barriers lining the circuit. There's very few runoff areas here. Okay, so we're about to get underway. Cajun, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. So none of my sound alerts are working either. I don't know what's up with this stupid game. Right, watch for the lights. There's gents. Watch for the lights. We're about to get underway here. Getting a crappy camera angles. They're making their way up towards turn 1. Come on, Cody's worked for me. There you go. And straight away, Pico Loco has got the move done on Danny. He's lit up those medium tyres early doors. He's done exactly what he needed to do. And he's split the TIR drivers, but Danny's going to try and fight him. JD's got an absolutely perfect start. Bruno got a bad start on those medium tyres, unless that's part of a strategy call. Interesting to see how that pans out. CSKL, though, has had a moment, and he has dropped it. And he has dropped to P9. Oh, what's happening? Godzilla a bit further down. A little bit... I think there's a few handbags out there, but CSKL has dropped about 4 places off the start as they come in towards the loop. For the first time, JD Racers had a great start up to P5 and really putting pressure on Danny already early doors as they make their way down through Sector 2. Can we have a quick audio check? You see, it sounds awfully quiet in my ear. It sounds awfully quiet. I may have to turn up the in-game volume perhaps. But here we go. JD Apex has got the lead though from Brooklyn P2. Pico Loco in P3. Danny in P4. He's under a lot of pressure there from JD Racer in P5 as they make their way down on one of the fastest parts of the circuit, down towards the hairpin. Of course, no DRS until lap number 3. But Pico, as I mentioned, got the perfect start. He did exactly what he had to do. He had to try and split that top 3 TIR collection of drivers, and he did that. But there we go. So a fairly incident-free lap number 1, which is always good to see. JD Racer there just having a little look at the back of Danny, decided to not go for the move, but he's very, very close as they come through turn 2 into turn 3. We're going to stay with this battle. Pico Loco is matching Brutal for pace at the moment, because Brutal that stunning qualifying session, but at the moment he's yet to show that same kind of pace. Oh, JD got it a little bit wrong then, has lost about 5-6 tenths and has ran wide, I think, to let his teammate through. That's to let Hammy through. Oh, they've collided with each other! Wow! I think the two WRL drivers just made contact. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's all gone horribly wrong there. But still plenty of time to recover. But I'm wondering whether JD's got some damage on that. No, it looks okay. But Godzilla's now battling with CSKL 23. Up front, they're all within 1 second of each other. So it looks like we could be having a spicy little battle when DRS is activated. As CSKL 23 is all over the back of Godzilla, trying to force a mistake. Let's just jump on board with the WRL driver. And we got yellow flags. We've got a VSC, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not quite sure what that's for. Is that for Hammy? Is he having a spin? He has dropped even further off the back. Not a full safety car, thank goodness. But we do have VSC
a gifting kebab
conditions.
Would you like sauce and salad with that?
As Dizzy comes in with another gifted sub to Cajun One Eye. Wow, Dizzy, you're on fire, man. Thank you so much for the gifted sub, brother. Greatly appreciate it. Double thumbs up for the Racing Guru. CSKL comes into the pits. I think it's going to be a new front wing possibly on that car. Let's have a little look. And it is indeed a new bit of hardware going onto that car. I think Hammy's coming in as well for a new front wing as well. So that's unfortunate for those two guys. But of course, it's not all over yet. The one thing is to keep going no matter what happens, because the fact that the third team has not showed up tonight, everyone who finishes scores best, but he's retired in the pits. Oh dear, maybe that's rear wing damage, but even so, with the fact that all finishers score points, surely it would be best just to try and limp around and get that 1 point. You never know at the end of the season just how important that 1 point could be. CSKL's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. Oh, he's missed his delta. Is that coming out of the pits possibly? Oh dear, this game. We're back racing again, ladies and gents. Green flags around the circuit, so we're going to stay on board with the action. We're going to watch from Pico Loco's POV. Are we going to see Brutal and JD swapping positions? I think we are. They're making the switch, I believe. There they go. Of course, DRS is activated now, so they're going to start trying to, hopefully, if they can, work together and then try and push away from Pico Loco if they can. But Loco is showing solid pace at the start of the race. Danny, at the moment, is in P4B. Of course, he did start on those hard compound tyres. JD racing P5 and Godzilla in P6 as they come through turn 1. Pico Loco looking very, very racy tonight, ladies and gents. Hammy never finishes. So sad, says Dizzy. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if the guy's got a car with a knackered rear wing, it's very disheartening. But if there is any way that you can get your car to the end, it's worth doing, isn't it, mate? Because of the fact that the third team have no show, everyone who races tonight, everyone who finishes, scores points. And for the competition, that is just so important, So important. CSKL is serving his drive-through penalty now as well, so he is going to be, unfortunately, the best part of a half a lap down, but of course the safety car can change all that in a hurry. Just going to stay with Pico at the moment. He's still slowly pulling away from Danny. Of course, these medium tyres, they're very, very good. They're warmed up now. They've come to life, and Danny just needs to maintain his current pace, and he'll be okay. In fact, look at Pico Loco. He's going to be challenging JD now. JD's going to have to start really thinking about his defensive posture here and trying to protect Brutal, because Loco may do it under braking. Yeah, he goes late on the brakes into the hairpin. Has he made it stick there side by side? He gives the room. JD gets slightly better traction out of the corner, and JD just holds position there. But that's a good little passive driving there. Loco giving a lot of respect there, a lot of room. Is he going to go try and go late on the brakes again to turn 1? No, decides to back out of that one, and he just sits in behind the two TIR drivers. Look, yellows again. That's CSKL, I think, has gone off. And we have got another VSC, ladies and gentlemen. That, I think, is for CSKL, so he is going to have to... let's just check his car real quick. I think he may have some damage. We'll try and get a broadcast cap. Oh, he's got no front wing. Look at that. Wow. He's got absolutely no front wing, so he is going to have to come in and pit again, put a fresh wing on. We'll probably try and... I'd imagine he'll stay on those hard tyres, though, if he can. JP, the TIR boss. Yeah, he has to be there. He had to be there, mate. That's for sure. As CSKL comes into the pit. So I think we're about to go racing again. That'd be a new front wing for him. So we'll go back to this top 3 battle. We're still under VSC, just waiting for the green flags to be shown across the track. This is a long VSC, very, very long VSC. I think it's going to wait until CSK's left the pits, I think, before it clears. And there we go. Yeah, it's cleared the pits, and the green flags are shown, and we are back racing again, ladies and gentlemen. It's as you were with the top 3, Brutal and Apex P1 and 2, but Loco is keeping them very, very honest in P3. Dan in P4 is under a lot of pressure from JD Racing. He's got Codzilla also right behind him as well. At the moment, the mediums are comfortably the better tyre, but that will change. The pit window is probably going to be around about lap 11 to 12, possibly before they put the hard tyres on. And for the hard runners, they're going to probably try and stretch out as long as they can to give their options open for possibly a medium run or maybe even a soft run if they can get those hards to last long enough. Let's have a quick look at some more racing on track at the moment. JD Racer and Danny. Let's just flick this onto broadcast cam. Oh, JD had a squirrely moment there, and that was actually a really, really good save from the WRL driver. He saw his car, the back end, tried to fishtail out going through turn 10, and he did very well to save the back end. Just lost a little bit of time, but he's still within DRS range of Danny, which is important. Or is he? Is that rear end going to light up now, or is COD going to pick up some DRS? Let's have a little look here. The DRS is about to activate it, and I don't know if he's made it or not. Let's have a little look. No, the rear end is not opening up. This is Codzilla's chance here to put some real pressure on JD Racer. Yes, silver and blue, tonight's livery occasion. It is indeed, sir. No change up front. Brutal and JD working together to keep Loco at bay. And Codzilla now putting a lot of pressure on the JD Racer as they come into the hairpin turn 27. But not quite close enough. He may get a possible run. Let's just have a look at Codzilla as he make their way to start lap number 7. Is Codzilla going to try a late braking manoeuvre on JD Racer? He's just going to sit in behind him. He has a little look, feigns a move there. Just have a look just to make sure that the WRL driver's got his wing mirror filled with silver and blue. But there's no change in position. So it's as you were, lap 7 out of 25. Still an awful long way to go. So we're expecting the medium runners to come in. I reckon lap 10 to 12, 10 to 13, possibly more likely 10 to 12. I wonder, for example, if, Pico Loco may come in for an early pit stop, try and undercut the 2 TIR drivers, and whether Danny also might try and undercut Codzilla. So there's going to be a lot of strategy calls going on, a lot of thinking going on both race engineer radios, that's for sure. So my eyes now are going to be on Pico Loco. Now, I think he's made a bit of a mistake somewhere. He's just dropped off the back of JD by about a second and a half. I think he's had a moment somewhere on track. Not a huge moment, but enough to completely lose the DRS that he had. I'm wondering if now is the time perhaps for him to make his pit stop and try and claw some of that time back. JD is still under pressure from Codzilla with the DRS. What's he going to do? Is he going to try and do something different here? COD looking for a possible slingshot move. Gets very, very close. Gets a good exit as well. Let's just jump on board with Danny and JD Racer. And oh, this is so close. COD's just dropped off the back a little bit. Danny under a lot of pressure. He's going to brake late into turn 1. JD just lives off there. Danny lives to fight another day, but those mediums still look pretty handy as Danny gets all out of shape there. Oh, what a move by JD Racer. Wow, opportunistic move. And he's made it stick going up the inside. Oh, that was brave. That was very, very brave and very nicely done indeed by the WRL driver. Very nice overtake. Oh, Danny just rubs the wall there. Doesn't want to be doing that too often. But that was a lovely move though from JD. Very, very impressive indeed. Danny left just enough room there on the exit turn 4, and JD said, thank you very much, I'll have a little bit of that. But he gets all squirrely there on the exit, coming out the loop. This is Danny's chance to fight back, because he will have DRS to come back at him now. Here we go. DRS there, line, as you saw, the detection zone. And now it's going to be a bit of a DRS run. He may use this to get a bit closer and then try and go again. Or is he going to go for the overtake? I think he just needs to sit in behind here for the left-right combination. He'll pick up the double DRS here now. There we go. And up front, what's happening? Brute has just put his foot down a little bit. It's just opened up a bit of a gap over JD Apex. We might see a round of pit stops coming shortly as Danny all over the back of JD gets a slightly better exit. Is JD pitting? Whoa! JD wanted. I think JD wanted the pit then, possibly. Oh my goodness me! I almost thought it was going to be a horrible accident there. I really, really did for a second. I had this horrible feeling that JD was thinking about pitting, and Danny was right there. I just saw JD's car just veer to the left a little bit, but maybe it was just a defensive move. But it's all well that ends well. He's managed to. There's no contact there. JD gets a little bit squirrely again, just coming off that corner. And Danny's back on the pace again now, and JD's in danger of being dropped out of DRS range. Now, can Codzilla in P6 make any impression on these guys? He's not within DRS range at the moment. But quite nicely there through the loop. Up front, Brutal has just found his gears now. He's extended the gap to 2.4 with JD, Apex that is, who himself is 3.3 seconds clear now of Pico Loco. Loco stayed with him. I think Loco made a slight mistake a couple of laps ago, and since then has not been able to live the pace. Codzilla, I think his tyres are starting to hurt now. He's 7 tenths down his previous sector 2 split, so I think his tyres are starting to hurt. Let's have a look at the leaders to see, are we going to see any pit stops? An early pit stop perhaps? Brutal stays out, JD Apex stays out. And what's Loco? Loco's coming in. He's going to try and find, so he's going to go for an undercut to try and find some time back on the leaders. What about JD Racer? He stays out. Is Codzilla going to go for an undercut? No, he stays out as well. Has he cleared Pico Loco? Because Sniper here could be a very handy blocking car. Yeah, Loco's going to join behind him, so Skull now could do his teammates a bit of a favour by holding up Loco for a little while. Loco's on those fresh hard tyres, it's going to take him a little while to get those up to temperature as well. We've got Lyndon Beast, who I think is in AI mode. I don't think his car's been ghosting quite a lot of the race, so I don't know if he's actually in that car. What do you think? I don't think he's in that car. That is ghosting. That is ghosting, I'm sure it is. Okay. Let's go back on the broadcast cam. Jason, good evening. Says, evening, just did my first esports event in GRC and qualified in P5. Congratulations, dude. Well done, mate. That's a good qualifying session there. GG's, man. GG's. Keep up the good work, dude. Keep up that good work. Okay, up front then we have Brutal and JD now. Are they going to try and cover off Pico Loco? That's the question. The answer is no. They're staying out. Danny, of course, not due a pit stop anytime soon. But JD Racer is in the pits. And Codzilla decides to stay out. So Codzilla looking for an overcut there. Skull Sniper in P6. Is he going to be a party spoiler as well? Yeah, I think he's going to stay out in front of these guys. So that's 2 WRL drives going to be behind, I think. It's going to be close, actually. In fact, no, he's well clear. He's well clear. Okay. So we're approaching half race distance. We're waiting for the leaders to make their scheduled pit stop. Brutal and JD Apex. I was wondering whether they might have pitted to cover off Pico Loco, but they stayed out. Loco's now starting to catch Skull Sniper. He's taken about just over a second out of him on that last lap, so it looks like Loco's got his tyres more or less now up to temperature. So he is going to start, I think, starting to push now. So that's a danger, though, that to JD and Brutal have got to face. They can't be too complacent here because Loco may well be starting to lap quicker than them now. Beautiful overhead heli. Oh, I should have got the cop to come out. But that's a beautiful view. Wow, look at that as they come down towards the hairpin. Wow, that looked pretty cool, guys. But is JD coming in? Is he shaping to come in the pits? No pit stop. Yeah, it stays out. What about JD? Yeah, JD does come into the pits. Skull Sniper picks up the first time penalty of the evening as JD then pits from P2. Skull Sniper and Pico Loco coming into the hairpin. Pico Loco goes up the inside and gets that job done. Now the question is JD going to be able to get out in front of him? This is going to be close, guys. This is going to be really, really close. His undercut may have worked. There they are. Of course, the car coming out the pits will miss turn 1. He comes out on the exit of turn 2. This is going to be close. I think he's just come out in front, but he's got to get those hard tyres warmed up. And he could really use with Skull Sniper here, trying to hold up Pico Loco for at least half a lap. And there goes right. Okay, so Loco's finally got past Skull Sniper, and he's going to go chasing after JD Apex. Now, JD's going to try and get some heat into those tyres because he is going to be under a lot of pressure now from Pico Loco as they come up to the loop turn 13. So Brutal then should be able to pit and get out comfortably ahead of these guys by at least, I'd say, 2 seconds when he does decide to pit. But Pico, though, is basically, he's gained about 2.5 seconds. He's gained 2.5 to 3 seconds with that undercut. And that was indeed a nice camera angle, Cajun. I totally agree with you, Dave. Jason says, looks like I'm going to have to have an x-ray on my collarbone and shoulder. What have you done, man? What have you done? Badger was telling me about he's got shoulder problems as well. It's like ongoing. Is it one of those situations, Jason, where it's sort of like an ongoing issue? Here comes Pico Loco on JD. He's going to try and go around the outside. JD's going to have to defend here as they come into the hairpin. Who is going to give ground as they Loco goes around the outside. JD gives him plenty of room there. That's good driving. But Loco's going to have a nice little DRS when Brutal is in the pits, and he's making his way out now. So he did pit. Is Loco close enough for me? If he's not, JD had the pace to keep him at bay. I honestly thought Loco was just going to breeze past him there. Maybe that's a tactic or something. I don't know. But I honestly thought Loco was just going to breeze past JD there. Well, JP... I just noticed he's changed his game attack. It's JPA. It's not JD Apex. It's now JP Apex. What's up with that? Why has he changed from a D to a P? Wow. I have no idea. But COD, what a mega stint he's done. He's done over half the race on those tyres. JD Racer picks up a time penalty, and we've also seen JD Apex also pick up a time penalty. So that's not good, though, for his battle with Pico Loco. He's got to put the foot down and get a 3-second gap. Well, just waiting for COD's to come in. Danny on the hard, still, of course, Skull Sniper still on the hard compound tyres. As you see the sparks flying up from the rear ends there. But JD is actually now starting to pull away again from Loco. Got the gap up to 1.3. Brutal is coming up to the back of Codzilla, so I think COD will probably just be looking to give him a little bit of a tow now, and then he'll probably peel off and make his scheduled pit stop. So I'm expecting COD to come in. And there he goes. COD then comes into the pits, and he'll be going on to, I would imagine, hard compound tyres. A nice long stint there from COD. He's done his job. Danny, of course, is still going. He'll be his tyres 46%, so he may be able to go hard soft here. Be interested to see what his strategy is. But COD's going to come out some way behind JD Racer, but he is going to be on somewhat fresher tyres once he gets them up to temperature. JD is definitely pushing. He's extending the gap from Pico Loco from what was half a second up to 2.1 seconds. Up front, Danny is the race leader, but he's still got to make a pit stop. He's going to lose 20 seconds. He's going to come out probably around about P5, P6 when he does finally come in. Okay, Jason, so your wheel sort of snapped one way, you tried to hang on to it, and next morning it really hurt. Yeah, it might tweaked a ligament or a nerve there, but I am no doctor. But I hope it gets well soon. Dizzy says, I've got crepitus in my left shoulder and have the option for surgery. Also broken my collarbone, so I feel your pain, mate. Yeah, shoulder injury is never good. I'll show you one for me, actually. I don't know if you can see it on there. I don't know if you can see it on there, that line. 63 stitches in there, brother. From there, that's it. From there all the way down to there. 63 stitches. That was an old Air Force injury. Jason also says, but it will not stop me racing in TIR. I will push through the pain. Quote of the day from Jason. That's what we love to hear, mate. That is some serious dedication, man. You keep on doing what you're doing, mate. You fight through it. Damn good to see. Damn good to see, man. Damn good to see. I see AJ's lurking in the chat there. Good to see you, mate. I hope you're up for some PUBG perhaps after the race, man. I haven't played PUBG for a few days. I'm looking to get some chicken, dude. Come and let me know. Oh, so I have a message from Xbox. Dear Beer, you're goated. Oh, I'll tell you something I didn't already know, Xbox. Jesus Christ. Okay, back to the action. Let's have a little look then. Danny yet to make his pit stop still. Let's look at those tyres. 52%. Okay, I mean, you could pit the end of this lap, put the mediums on, take those mediums comfortably to the end. It's probably the safety first strategy, actually. Brooklyn P2, so he will take over as net lead. I wonder if Danny's going to come in there at the end of this lap. He could technically try and stretch it and put softs on, but that's a risk. Because either way, he'll have two worn sets of tyres at the end of each stint. So, if I was Danny, I would be coming in at the end of this lap and putting mediums on. I would take the safety first option, give myself the maximum grip. And I think he's just heard me. No, he hasn't. He's stayed out. I thought he was going to come in. I think he's trolling me. I think he's trolling me, ladies and gentlemen. I thought he was coming in then. Wow. But brutal there, P2. JD Apex in P3 is extending the gap out. Needs to get 3 seconds on Pico Loco, and he is doing. He's gradually getting there. So the gap's up to 2.5 seconds now. Skull Sniper in P5. JD Racer in P6 and Codzilla in P7. Skull Sniper, of course, yet to make a pit stop, so he will come out behind Codzilla, but comfortably ahead of Linden Beast. In fact, I don't think. So let's check again. Yeah, that car's been ghosted. I think that's I think it's an AI car, isn't it? I don't know what you think in the chat, but he has been ghosted all race, so I believe that's an AI car. Let's make a gap to leader, just out of interest. You see, I wouldn't lift and coast, for the simple reason is, lifting and coasting guarantees he's going to come out several seconds behind. He'll come out between JD Racer and Codzilla. If he pits now, he can come out close to JD Racer and be on much fresher medium tyres and get the job done quickly. That's my own personal opinion. Oh, JP Apex just picked up a second time penalty. How costly now is that going to be? He is going to have to push even harder. Fastest lap so far is Brute with a 31.522. But JD Apex may have just lost a podium there, possibly with that second penalty. He has got to open up another 3.7 seconds over the final 8 laps of a Pico Loco if he's going to secure P3. As we're just on board JD Racer at the moment, he's trying to hunt down Skull Sniper. Of course, Skull has yet to make a pit stop. Ethan, how you doing, man? Unlucky tonight, GRC qualifying, mate. It can happen to anybody. There's a lot of racing to go tomorrow night, Ethan. I've got firm belief we're going to see you up near the podium come the end of the race tomorrow night, matey. But we're approaching 2/3 race distance now, ladies and gentlemen. Danny is your race leader, but he's yet to make a stop. Brutal is the net leader, but JD is now getting very, very close to Skull. Skull also will be looking to make a pit stop. He's in a good stint on these tyres, but I think that stint is about to come to an end. JD Racer, I think, is going to get the move done pretty shortly. Two bites of the cherry with WRS before we get down to P27. Turn 27. P27? Jesus. those tyres are looking pretty ropey now from Skull up near 60%, so I think he needs to come in and get rid of those. I think he will go soft. Danny is going to go soft. You're right, Cajun. I thought it would have been a safety first move to pit, but he's going to go for it. He's going to go hard to soft. It looks like Skull Sniper's going to do the same thing as well. In fact, Skull pulls in. No, he stays out, but JD's should be able to get the job done here. With a straight line speed, a bit of DRS, and Skull's going to have to yield that one. And JD finally clears Skull Sniper and moves himself up into P5. The guy needs to get his skates on now. It's Codzilla. He's slowly been losing pace on these guys. And the thing is, though, with JD carrying at least one penalty, Cod still needs to push. We'll have a quick look at the penalty situation. Oh. There we go. JD's got 8 seconds of penalties. Wow. I thought he only had 6. Okay. Must have picked up a 5-second time penalty somewhere. So JD's got to think about that a little bit. I mean, he's pretty safe. He's certainly safe in P4. But I think getting P3 now could be a little bit of a stretch. Yeah. Yeah, 5 in a pit, 3 not extended. Absolutely, dude. So, well, Danny's still got a pit though, hasn't he? So JD's still looking good for 3rd place once all the pit stops have sorted themselves out. But Danny is going. Wow, I'm concerned as to why his tyres were on 63%. I'm getting a little bit concerned now. Surely he should have pitted for softs there. He's going to be losing grip in those tyres. I'm just concerned that something's going to happen. You know what I mean, chat? Just a little bit concerned. We're going to give let's give CSKL23 a bit of a shout out. A bit of a nightmare early doors, and is now on the quickest tyre. The softs are indeed rapid, yeah, but I would have popped in there because those hards are tired. They're showing a lot of wear now, Grumpy, and I would be off those tyres personally. He will certainly pit at the end of this. He has to, mate. He can't stay out any longer. Maybe pushing for that that banker of the bonus point for fastest lap. Just watching CSKL at the moment. He needs to get his foot down because he could yet be seeing blue flags by the end of the race. Time to leader? Yeah, let's get that up for you. There we go. So at the moment, Danny's going to come out behind JD Racer, but on much quicker tyres. But I personally think if he'd have pitted a couple of laps ago, he could have come out and challenged Pico Loco still. That's my own personal thoughts. But Danny's pitting now. Maybe soft tyres going on that car. He will be rapid for sure. Okay, so we've got CSKL there in P9. Lyndon, that's an AI car. He's been AI all race, so I don't think he is going to count, unless that's just a game glitch and he is actually racing. Codzilla there in P7, just about to start his next lap. Skull Sniper, he's making his pit, a nice long stint in those hard tyres, coming in for a brand new set of softs. He's going to be rapid. Danny has come out. Well, there is JD Racer, so you can see the gap is about 1.9 seconds. Can he make up 9 seconds in 5 laps to challenge Pico Loco? That's the question. Fast lap of the race so far is brutal. I think that's about to go. Okay, lap 20 out of 25, so Brute will use your P1, Apex P2, but he's carrying those penalties. Pico Loco in P3. Certainly JD Apex could use a Pico Loco, pick up a time penalty of some description. But at the moment, Loco is looking nailed on for P2 at the moment, and it's who's going to get P3? It should be JD, and then Danny, if he can clear JD Racer, certainly on for P4. CSKL sets the fastest lap of the race so far by 1:30.407 on those soft tyres. I totally agree, Cajun. Danny, it's hammer time. He has got to clear JD Racer and get on a charge. He's running out of time. making their way down towards turn 27 now. As long as he gets a good exit, should have much better grip out the corner. Yeah, look at the speed he can carry through there. Get on the power nice and early. Get this move done before turn 1. This is going to be a critical thing. He needs to make it stick now. He's going to go up the inside line, straightforward overtake, and he clears JD Racer. That was important that he got the job done before turn 1. And now he can concentrate on seeing if somehow if he can chase after Pico Loco, but Loco's need 10 seconds up the road. It's 2 seconds a lap to catch him. That's what we're looking at. 2 seconds a lap. He's in fresh air, so it's all about pushing as hard as he can. JD has got the gap up to 4.2 on the Loco. He's trying his best to try and get that 8-second gap, but again, I don't think he's lapping quick enough to make it happen, but he'll try. Look at Danny, he's taken a second out of Loco already in just over one sector. Really pushing. Danny will definitely get on the podium if he gets close to Pico. Yeah, the question is, can he get close enough? That's the deal, mate. That's the deal. Commentator's curse notwithstanding, he doesn't want to drop it either for obvious reasons. Pushed too hard. He is on a charge and a half, ladies and gentlemen, of this WRS Trophy tournament race. Of course, for those who are just joining in, it should be a 3-team lobby, but the third team did not turn up tonight. Happy days for us and WRL, but it's supposed to be 3 teams of 5 drivers, and we use the official Formula 1 point scoring system with a bonus 3 points for pole position, which TIR already had in the bag for Brutal's stunning pole lap, 28-2. Just on board with Pico Loco. Let's jump on board with Danny, get some idea of how Danny's doing. The gap down to 7.2 seconds. So Danny is pushing hard. He's got to risk it all. Well, it all depends, because don't forget, of course, to say it's team points are at stake. So he'll certainly go for it to a degree, but at the same time, you don't want to completely blow your tyres out. I mean, he's already put 20% on those tyres already, and there's still 3 and a bit laps to go. The gap is down to 6.
Mate,
he's on schedule. He is on schedule to catch him on the last lap, as it stands. Gap down to 6.3, so he's already opened up 4 seconds in a lap and a half since he overtook JD Racer, for example. Up front, JD Apex is trying to push. He's got the gap almost up to 5 seconds now over Pico Loco, but needs to find another 3.2 seconds between now and the end of the race. The gap between Danny, with 3 laps to go, is 6.5 seconds between Danny and Pico Loco. So at the moment, he is lapping quick enough to catch him on the final lap, in theory. I think he's going to be 1 lap short, personally, as those softs just start to go off on the final lap. Danny is pushing again. JD Apex pushing again. He's chasing after Brutal, actually. Just have a look up front, have a look at that battle. The leaders, JD Apex and Brutal. Brutal, I think, is just coasting at the moment. I wonder if he might try and help JD out, actually. Possibly. The gap from JD to Pico Loco is 5.4 seconds. It is creeping up, but it's not enough at the moment. Gap is to be 8 seconds. Just a quick reminder of the penalty situation, so you can work out the math.
Jesus Christ, see you, you're a fucking omni-shambles, that's what you are. You're like that coffee machine, you know, from bean to cup, you fuck up.
Thank you, Pumpy. That's your penalty situation, so you can work out the maths from there. And they've on the penultimate lap now, the leaders. The gap 6.2, sorry, it's 4.8 now between Danny and Loco, so I think he's going to be close to him, but come the final hairpin. but I don't know if it's going to be quite close enough. The tyres, he's not catching at quite the same rate as he was in the last lap looking at the first sector. JD is still pushing. He's got the gap to almost 6 seconds. JD Apex is doing everything in his power to open up an 8-second advantage over Pico Loco. Talking that there is Pico Loco. Just coming up to the loop now, turn 13. Gap now 6.2. It's all about 8 seconds for him. Danny's got down to 3.5 seconds now on Pico. Pico's got to pick up the pace a little bit here. Making their way through sector 2. Oh, Danny getting the penalty window of Apex. He could do. Danny could, yeah. I think he will. Personally, I think he will get within 8 seconds. But his target is to actually clear Pico Loco. Well, of course, what JD's trying to do is trying to get 8 seconds on Pico Loco to try and get a TIR 1, 2, 3. That's what they're working for at the moment. But I've got a feeling they may just run out. I think they needed one more lap to make it work. Okay, leaders are about to start their final lap. So Brutal starts his final lap. JD Apex in P2. Pico Loco in P3. JD's got to find 1.3 seconds on this final lap. Danny's got to find 3 seconds, so that's looking less likely on Pico Loco. He's taken the edge out of these tyres now. Only gained 1.3 seconds on that last lap. It's not enough. It's not going to be enough to get the job done, I don't think, unless Loco makes a mistake. But JD is pushing so hard. He's got the gap up to 7 seconds. This is going to be close, man, between JD and Pico Loco. Let's jump on board with Loco. Tyres, a little bit of graining there, front lights, but I've seen worse. The gap between Loco and JD Apex is now 7.2 seconds. Of course, JD is picking up the DRS off Brutal to try and get that extra bit of speed up to 7.3. Wow, but JD's now got 2 possible DRS zones to try and get more time, find more time. Yeah, Joe really is pushing. He's trying everything in his power. But the leaders are coming down now to the final corner. Brutal is going to take the victory, and a great drive by Brutal. Pole position and the race wins. He takes the checkered flag at the Jeddah Corniche Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. All eyes now on JD Apex and Pico Loco. The gap needs to be 8 seconds. I think it's going to be just short. It is. Loco gets P2 by 0.2 of a second. JD Apex in P3. Danny's going to come home, possibly in P3. Does he take it? No, it's P4 for Danny. JD Racer is going to come home in P5 with a solid drive there. Codzilla
you might be a king or a little street sweeper, but sooner or later you dance with the Reaper.
Solid drive there from Cardinal. Skull Sniper's going to come home in P7. Good drive there from Skull. Solid drive. Been pretty lonely for a lot of the race. Had that little battle with Pico Loco running the pit stops earlier. Then we've got CSKL23. I'm going to give this guy a shout out because it would have been so easy for him to give up. He's been half a lap to 2/3 of a lap down all the way through the race, but it's kept going. It's points in the bag here for WRL. I think Lyndon Beast though won't count because I'm pretty sure that car is AI. As CSKL comes around the corner for the final time, so GG's to this guy for keeping it going. He's going to cross the line and secure P8 for WRL. GG's, man. And yeah, I think Lyndon's car was AI, just not letting me jump on it. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got there. It was a good race, man. Some good driving, some respectful driving from both teams. Very impressed there with WRL with their racecraft, so GG's to that team. But let's give you a rundown of the final result. What a great push it was by JD Apex at the end. Couldn't, I wouldn't forget one more lap. One more sector would have been enough for him to get that 8-second gap. He tried everything in his power, so a great effort there from JP Apex. But we'll give you confirmation as they spray the champagne everywhere. We'll give you a confirmation of the final result. I can't, to be honest with that, obviously this is pending stewards, but I'd be surprised if there's any clips. I thought that was pretty damn clean racing all the way through, guys. I don't know what you think. I thought it was pretty clean. But there we go, confirmation, and Brutal takes the victory that one stop finish, pole position, and what a great race from him. Pico Loco takes P2, good drive there, very impressive drive from the WRL driver. JD Apex, P3, just by 0.2 of a second. Danny P4 did not get fastest lap as well, it surprised me. JD Racer, sorry, P5, Godzilla in 6, Skull Sniper in P7. CSKL 23 gets 8th place and fastest lap point as well for WRL. Linden Beast in P. I don't think he's going to count. He is an AI, so that's not going to count surely. And then Jaime is best. Unfortunately, had to. Well, he retired in the pits quite early doors. So there you go. I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of that before I call it a night, so I can actually try. Oh, beat me to it. I hope somebody got that anyway. I was going to try and give you a provisional score. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to try and do it anyway. So. We had Brutal taking the 25, 18 for, what's his name? Loco. 15 for JD, 12, and then 10. So it's 1, 2, 3, 8, 6, 4, and then 2 for 2. So I think that's right. And then 1 and 3. So I'll give you a provisional score, guys, if my mathematics is correct. 19, 29, 33, 28, 38, 43, 50, 28, 38, 43, 50, 55, 63, 69, 28, 43, 55. Well, given the fact that LR didn't turn up, and the provisional score is TIR 69, WRL 33. Okay, that's what I think the scores are. So that's TIR 69, WRL 33, LR 0. All right, let's head back to the command center. So there you go, ladies and gents. Good race, that. Good race. I think two very respectful teams on track, some good battling, and plenty of room was given, which is always good to see, particularly from academy teams as well. So these guys are potentially the esports stars of the future. So well done to both teams tonight. Of course, try not to be too impartial being the TIR boss man, but I think WRL should be proud of their drivers tonight who finished on track, because they gave a really good effort. GG's indeed. That's about it, guys. I'm going to knock it on the head. I think I'm tired. I need to get some dinner, have a drink, have a smoke, all the good stuff. But thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed tonight's race, tonight's content. I thought it was a good race. I really did. Welcome to the new follows to the channel as well. And thank you again to Dizzy Barracuda for those very, very generous gifted subs. I really, really appreciate that, brother. I'll give you a big thumbs up from the Racing Guru. But that's it for tonight. I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow, guys, because I'm still hoping...
Jesus Christ, see you. You're a fucking omni-shambles. That's what you are. You're like that coffee machine, you know, from bean to cup, you fuck up.
I hope you're not talking to me, because I'll just chat ban you. But yeah, getting on to tomorrow, we're hoping still to try and get the elite race, the no assist tier tomorrow night. But if not, the attendance is quite low. If not, then I plan on streaming the. Either way, I think I'll be streaming, because the main roster, the TIR main roster, are in action tomorrow night in the WRS League fixture against American team CSR, which should be a very, very interesting encounter. So either way, I'll be streaming something, whether it's TIR No Assist League or whether it's TIR Esports in the WRS League. So I'll be around one way or t'other. But that's it, guys. I'm going to knock it on the head and put my feet up with a well-earned cup of tea. But thank you so much for watching, guys. And until the next time, as usual, take care. Godspeed.